And we're live for the mayor's update from downtown St. Thomas. So, Mayor Joe, how are you doing this week?
Downtown. I'm kind of north in St. Thomas. It's good that you're downtown, but yeah,
Uh,
I was downtown all day. I've gone
oh,
to Caps Off, or sorry, Railway City Brewing, and made my way home.
yeah, because there was a fantastic chamber event that was happening today, which is their Business After 5. Is the first one in this new year.
Yeah, and all
And
about Air Show 22.
uh, yeah, there was a long dialogue about Air Show 22.
Wow, who knew? Right?
Not me. I didn't know. And
Take
there's a
off.
guy.
Yeah,
There's a guy who's going to be talking about butterflies. Who apparently, like, when you hear that talk, you're going to be like very ecstatic.
yeah. I'm gonna get the Air Show talk part, and then okay, there's butterflies coming. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited from all people, but far too often now we've got to get somebody from out of town who
Mm,
is interesting. Don't ask anybody who lives here, right? Let's get
yeah.
somebody from out of town and have a great talk. Fantastic. There are many people around this world who do great things, right? So
Mm.
let's share all we can. But the Air Show 22 is coming back, and lots of noisy airplanes and static displays to visit, and lots of things for kids. But I'm not sure I need to hear about butterflies. But we'll be there. Right? We'll
We'll
be.
be there, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see those planes in person, get the photographs, shoot the videos.
Oh yeah,
Like,
see, and you're graphic that way. You
yeah,
love the films and the photos. I love the noise and the smell of an air show over the smell of a cup of beers that I'm carrying while I'm watching it. Right? It
yeah.
is a very fun community event and a great deal of community activity to happen.
Oh,
So happy to see the chamber talking about that tonight, and for us to be back out in person at a business after 5.
yeah.
Um, I walked through a room of people who I'd only seen in 2 dimension for the last 2 years, and
This
I
is
tell you what, they're
crazy.
a lot wider than I thought.
Well, I think we all are after this, myself included, by far. Like, I don't know. They talk about like that was the COVID-15, but I gotta say, I was closer to the 50 mark than the 15.
Yeah, well, I'm back to CrossFit some mornings. I
Yeah.
won't say every morning, but some mornings, and I'm feeling very good about the group there too.
Mhm.
Stephanie almost never misses a day, and I do. But I will get look. I'm 66. I get to miss the odd day of working out at CrossFit. But what a great
Mhm.
group and great friends that we see when we're there. We've got a lot on the show tonight.
Mhm.
There's a lot of neat things to talk about now that we're kind of cruising out of COVID and into the summer. I did a special events meeting at the city hall this afternoon that
Mhm.
was like an hour and a half long of the events we have planned over the next into the summer, just into
Great.
the summer, right? And then while I was at or at the Railway City tonight, talking to Paul Corvo about the St. Thomas Arts and Music Festival and how it's
Yeah.
coming up late in the year. And I said, okay, you weren't at special events today. We've got to get this done and planned. So, right. Anyway, our whole vision right now is the summer after COVID.
Can you talk about any of the events that are coming up?
Yeah, sure. There was a lot of them today. Let me
Mhm.
see if I can go to my uh, look. We talked about um, a number of different walkathons, a number of things happening at the park. The Kidsman Easter egg hunt is
Great.
in April at Easter, and so we had to approve that so they could get out and do it. While I'm sitting there doing the event or the online special events committee, Matt from Kinsman says, "Oh yeah, Mayor Joe, forgot to talk to you about Ken today. Are we all on? Are we going strong? Yeah, now get started, Matt. Get it planned. This is a city event, so we can do it, better. But let's get the fireworks and stuff planned. And so now we're planning events at event meetings. It's just special to hear, right? I don't know how we stop, right? Um,
Oh man, and
so
it
many things.
is the egg hunt that's in Pinafore every year, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And the Kinsmen do such a great job of this Easter egg hunt. They scatter
Mm.
so many eggs. But even for kids that aren't mobile or kids that have any sort of a challenge, there's eggs for them too. It is just a special event on the Easter weekend. Watch for the Kinsmen there. There isn't a better group in town, and I don't want to talk down about any of our other You know,
We have a lot of great service crews.
yeah, absolutely. But these guys, from their Easter egg hunt through their steak and craft beer dinner through Canada Day, just do just such a wide variety of. And I was at the Ukraine event last night.
Mm-hmm.
Who was outside helping cooking?
The Kinsman.
Our kinsman. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So thank you very much to Matt and Russ. And I don't want to miss any names. They're fantastic.
Well, I also heard my sister had to step in to help him boil some water or something.
Well, okay, they're kinsmen. Somebody had to, take hydrogen and oxygen, put it in a pan, put heat on it, and you got boiling water. Okay, right. They're not the guys that cook at home, but they're happy to do a steak and craft dinner, right? The craft beer dinner. That's fantastic. I'm going to tease them about that. But look, it's great again to be able to see those that help our community all out helping our community. Wanted to say, look, if you're on watching, tell people you're on watching Mayor's Update tonight. Share it with others. Get your questions ready. Please ask the mayor anything about the city. We really want to be able to move forward and show you what's happening in the community as we hit spring. And I've got a number of things on my list to talk about, along with council last Monday night, which was also a very busy night. So not to keep you all here a long time today, but your questions will determine that, not our presentation.
It'll be a good time, not a long time. I think that's the way to look at it. Now, I've found some trivia questions for us tonight.
Oh, good, because I had thought of trivia questions.
And I think we'll do another draw. I've got the print run for Jumbo, the 8x8s. It has sold out. So I got another one done up at Van Pelt's, which is fantastic. So I've got another one. I think we'll do trivia questions, and we'll do another draw at I would say like the end of the month, but I'm saying maybe we'll do another 3 episodes, and then we'll do a draw.
Smart. So we can do a couple more in March and see where we are and give it away. Right?
Yeah.
We owe a couple of people Wendy's cards,
$25 gift certificates,
right?
Yeah, or Wendy's cards, like the gift cards. So Jeff Ray, I saw him at the Business After 5, and he was mentioning, he's like, I should have talked to Joe about getting my.
I had one in my pocket, and I would have done it, and I talked to him tonight too. But connecting each of the activities, and was it Candace?
Yes, Candace Van Diepen and Jeff Ray won.
I was at an event with her yesterday, and she didn't say, "Hey, where's my card?" I gave away Wendy's hamburgers, and she was quite pleased with those. So but we'll make sure that everybody gets what they're supposed to get. And what's your trivia questions for this week?
Okay, so what we were talking about is, when was St. Thomas incorporated as a village?
Right.
And when was it incorporated as a town? Those are our 2 questions. So
and then a city beyond that. Okay.
And a city. We'll do 3. We'll do 3.
Okay.
So we'll do when was it incorporated as a village, a town, and a city. And for everybody that gets those questions right, they'll get 1 entry into the draw for another 8x8 jumbo print of our fine mascot of the city of St. Thomas.
Perfect. Jumbo. Should we disqualify Councillor Peters, because he is really this history stuff? Okay.
No, he's fantastic. I would love it. It would be an honor for me to have one of those prints up in his house.
Well, he did such a great job last night.
Yeah.
With the Ukrainian history of St. Thomas at the event at Queso. It was just special to hear about the immigration and the troubles many Ukrainian immigrants went through to get even to St. Thomas, and that St. Thomas was like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when they got here, and still is. We are a welcoming community, and it was a great thing to hear him speak of it last night. I often can sit and listen to Councillor Peters at length, and when I was MP and he was the MPP, we would go to many events together, and Steve would get to share the history of the events, right? Mm-hmm. And that kind of left me with, what am I talking about tonight? But I always talked about how the communities work together and how a mix of our communities have become what we are today. So it's great to have him do that last night. It was really special to hear him talk about the hardships of being an immigrant to Canada and what it meant and why that made you a stronger Canadian, what we have today. So great.
Well, it was great to be able to share those things over the upcoming weeks, like when we found out that was happening, share it on the show, and have our viewers share that out with their broader audience on Facebook as well, just to make sure that people knew about it and they were there and they're able to support.
Yeah. I love my famous favorite site on Facebook. Well, I didn't know it was happening. Why wasn't I told? Well,
then,
the rest of us bought a ticket. I'm sorry you didn't hear. And next time, we'll try and have more than the 250 the place holds. But we
mhm,
did our best to tell everybody we could. It's sold out. So I said,
mhm.
"Oh, what a terribly run event! I didn't hear about it." Oh
Well,
yeah,
someone.
terrible. It's sold out. Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Oh,
Sharon.
Sharon Montgomery Anderson has got 1952 and 61, so she has it as a village and a town. So she gets two entries into the draw for the art print, and then we're just waiting on the final one for the city. If
Incorporated
anyone can
as a
say
city. Yes.
when it was a city, they will
Yep.
get the final ticket for the draw.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what was happening at council on Monday.
Wow. It was, again, a great council meeting, but a lot of our conversation is based around how will we all get back together in person in our council chambers. And I think we'll hold one more hybrid meeting with the way we've been doing it, because it's been a great way to talk to our councilors to decide how it will work, how we'll let people back into City Hall to be able to do to see council in person. I don't think we'll ever lose the hybrid portion. I think we'll always have.
And that was a question that came up.
Yeah,
So it was like, now that people are going back to in-person events, are you going to lose the hybrid events for St. Thomas? And your answer when I asked you that was no,
no,
absolutely not.
no. We broadcast every council we have on, whether it's Rogers doing it or on our streaming on our website from City Hall. So we're not going to lose that. That's always going to be there. We'll be able to add sometimes where you're in person or other deputations are in person. Yes, we'll clearly be able to get back to that if COVID does what it's doing now, and we get to do it. So let's talk a little bit about council last Monday night. We had about 18 Flora Street. That's the little lot beside Arthur Voden, and behind what's on that street, there's a tattoo place, and on Talbot Street. So there's a lot between the two that is becoming a 3-story, 24 unit apartment building. And it's been approved now, and we've set them going, and there's some community improvement money for the number of housing units. We're trying to do this density, get apartments, get as many units as we can on empty land in downtown St. Thomas. This is another one. This is a PRESPA project, and it came to us in the Heritage Committee, so we're pretty pleased. And then we're working on 2 or 3 other housing things. Committee of Adjustment is up this week on minor variances. Can I do this to my house? Can I build more houses? Can I build more room on my apartment? Yes, and some of that is happening. Minor variance. We have the Great Lakes International Air Show, better known as Airfest 22, we just talked about, was approved at council because they come to our airport and said, we want to use your airport. We said, sure, show us some insurability and kind of what your plan looks like. And boy, they've got a great team working on Air Show 2022. Big event in June of this year coming up. So get prepared, get your tickets early. I expect people will want to attend the air show. They've been locked up.
Oh, yeah.
So I know the mayor will want to. We revised the tidy lot bylaw. Now that sounds, wow, that's pretty obscure, Mayor. What are you talking about? But we have a lot of places in the city where, maybe the grass didn't get cut, or maybe the guy's got 4 transmissions and a bathtub in his front yard. We want to be able, the city, to go to him and say, please clean up. This is a tidy lot bylaw infraction. There's a fine for this, but we're going to tell you to go ahead and do it. And if you don't, we'll come back and clean it up, and it'll go on your tax bill. And here's the fine. So we're really pushing a smoother and better way to deal with something that maybe your neighbor wouldn't want to deal with, because that neighbor who's got the 2 transmissions and a bathtub in his front yard probably isn't going to act appropriately when you go over and say, hey, can you clean up your yard? Right?
Doesn't usually go well, yeah.
Right. And so anyway, we've addressed the new tidy lot bylaw. And how do you think you might address that? I think you'll use customer service at City Hall. All right. You're going to tell them, look, I've got a house in my neighborhood. It's not the standards of the rest of the neighborhood. What can we do about it? And our bylaw officers may go visit. They certainly won't share your name as to that you said, I don't like how this guy's treating his yard, and we'll make it work. That's the best thing, right? We'll continue to do it.
We talked about the customer service line before. If anyone who's watching this has any questions for the city, customer service line. If any of your friends have any questions about what's going on in the city, customer service line. We said it before, we'll say it many times.
Right. www.stthomas.ca is the website, and on there you'll go to customer service. If you phone in 519-631-1680 extension 0 and fill in your details there, and that will get to the appropriate department. If indeed you do not feel that you've been treated properly at that point, then you need to ask other people. But let's get through our department heads and our departments as to solving these problems, right? The tub on the lot with the dirt and flowers in it. Look, if you can make a beautiful looking bathtub in your front yard, I may have an argument against tidy lots, but let's bet it looked beautiful for 15 minutes and then weeds grow up around it. And so that's when the tidy lot bylaw will come into effect. What else have we got? We bought 6 buses. Now, I know that a year ago we announced our new transit system. It's been going well, but we were looking for electric buses all along, and we cannot yet find tiny electric buses the shape and size of what we use. So we're buying 6 new buses to complement our fleet. They will replace buses that are 2012 and 2014, I think. So many miles on these buses. And so we'll give our transit riders a comfortable ride for the next couple of years while we continue to look for the electric buses to replace them.
Now, Voyago runs your transit. So do you own the buses that Voyago is using?
Yes, we do. And that was the deal when we first bought Voyago into St. Thomas is here's our buses, you operate them. And so we continue to own the buses and the garage they park the buses in and do repairs on buses in. So that's kind of the hybrid agreement we have with Voyago, the operator of our transit system. Yes.
Very good. And while you're looking at the next item, I'm just going to mention that Streamliners, who's one of our sponsors, has an event coming in.
What's happening? It's
the Women in Celebration charity concert, and it's Friday, March 25th, which is this Friday, and it's 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. and 767 Talbot Street, which is Streamliners' location, and Leah Butler and special guests. And if you've ever heard Leah Butler play, you know that she's going to bring like a top-notch performance, and you're going to love it. And of course, you have like some of the best drinks in the city available when you go to these events, and tickets are only $20. So there you go, and it's licensed.
Excellent. That'll fill the place pretty quickly. And please don't tell us you didn't hear about the event when you get there and it's full. So Graydon and I do our best to share this information with everybody we can. And I'm not making fun of those that don't always follow all day long. But let's people. All we can do is all of you share with your friends and repeat what's going on in our community, so we can continue to share with the people in St. Thomas. And some of it we'll miss. We just will, right?
Yeah, but if you know something that's happening, let us know, and then we'll share it out on here. I should also mention that the proceeds are going to the YWCA in St. Thomas, as well as the Las Chicas Del Café Maternity House Projects, which is a charity that Maria, who runs Streamliners and Las Chicas with her sister. She also runs that, so she manages like 3 different businesses out of St. Thomas, including this charity, which is absolutely fantastic.
Right. Okay. Well, we will continue to share as many events in town as we can. City Council had just a couple of other items. We had we had to amend our bylaw for face coverings to match what is now the provincial regulations. So face covering is still required on the transit system, in the hospital, and at the healthcare unit, and a number of other places. And I was at another business today in town, a law office in town, where we wore masks inside because that's what they'd like, and we didn't think much of it. It's come on, folks, that's where we are still in this transition from COVID. So let's not ridicule anybody or suggest somebody's not doing something right by not also following that. But that's the bylaw that the city has put in place. It does not mean you don't, it means you don't have to. So please feel comfortable. Do what you need to do. Okay? And that's most of what happened in the at City Council. And you know what else was today? Cross Guard Recognition Day.
Yeah.
Right. Right. If you ever got home early from school or on time from getting home from school because of a cross guard, today was the day to say thank you. And here's an O. Henry, no, or whatever it might be. It was great to see today. We wanted to start talking also this week about, as we head towards Earth Day on April 22nd, cleanup, community cleanups. And in the past couple of years, we always had a bit of a, gee, I don't know. Right, we're still in COVID. I don't know whether I should invite my neighbors or my family or go out and go do it. We have supplies in the mayor's office called Heather in my office, and we have special garbage bags, special gloves, probably some hamburger coupons for you that are going out to clean up. And we need to know where you're going to clean up, because the special bread bags will need to be picked up by our trash people. So if you're putting together a group, and I know it's early in March, but over the next month, we really want to attack this city from a litter cleanup point of view. And so we're starting to talk about it now. So I said Earth Day is April 22nd, and that will be perhaps a big cleanup day. It's Earth Hour this weekend on Saturday night. Yeah.
That came up fast.
Yeah. And why isn't it on Earth Day? I'm lost. But
I know. It's every time I'm like, why? This is very confusing to me.
So Earth Hour is this Saturday, 8:30 to 9:30. You're supposed to respect the earth by turning off all your lights and other things. So you know, that's this week. Please, I've been getting a lot of calls, a lot of messages about those of you that own pets and don't clean up. So there was a couple messages on the website today about, please don't. I mean, I get that you could pick up your dog crap, right? But to pick up your dog crap and throw it into the woods in a bag does nothing. These are biodegradable bags. Please take them home, put them in your green bin, right?
So this is the one that gets me, Mayor Joe. Is like you walk along the trail, the steam whistle trail, and then you see all the dog bags that are hanging from the trees, where people have just like whipped their bags and like got them caught on a branch. And like you're saying, like these bags are going to degrade, and then that feces is just going to rain down on people. This is a horrible thing.
Biodegradable, and you are probably better. I don't want to say it, because you're probably leaving the crap where it was than you are putting it in a bag and hurling it into the woods.
Yeah.
If your pets could tell stories on you, what would they say? Come on. Let's if you're a loving pet owner, clean up, take it home, throw it in your green bin. Thank you very much. We'll pick it up every second Wednesday or whatever day your garbage day is. But please be part of the community and not part of the problem. So we're happy to share that information with you. And I had a very funny Facebook post sent to me about picking up after your dog, and I'm going to use it next week because only the mayor can. Right? But yeah, it's good. So look forward to it.
Excellent. Yeah.
What else have you got, Graydon, for this week?
The Impact Awards are coming up fast.
Oh, yes, you've been out filming Impact Award nominees. Way to go.
Absolutely. So we have like 22 or 23. There's so many people, and it's just fun to go out and like chat with them and talk about who they are, what they do, what they're going to do in the future, and let them know that they've been nominated for one of the city's top awards.
Well,
and
it's St. Thomas. This is the best of the best. We need to hear from these people. And they won't all be winners this year, but some have been winners in the past. Some will be winners next year. Yes. Act like them. St. Thomas is doing a great thing and a great growth, and your business is finding 1,000 new customers a year. How are you? I spoke at the St. Thomas Executive Association this week, and I shared that with them, how our growth has been the last 5 years and will be the next 10 years. 1,000 new customers for your business each and every year. What are you doing to get them instead of staying the way you are? You know, my favorite line, well, we've always done it this way, right? To move you into serving those new 1,000 customers. Welcome to St. Thomas. Here's our gift to you. We have 1,000 new customers for you to have this year. Take them. Hire the people to serve them. Make your business bigger or better to serve them. And so, yeah, great. Thanks for letting us know about the Impact Awards. That's coming up pretty soon.
April 14th, and Brett Butt will be there. So if you've seen Corner Gas or his other comedy work,
Right.
like, you know it's going to be a good show.
Oh, no, he makes me laugh, and I'm a funny guy, right? So no, it's perfect. It will be a great conversation for the best of the best of business in our community. But to have Brett Butt picking on them will be also very good too.
I'm excited to see it, and you're not allowed to film it, so you're not going to see it if you don't go. That's the thing too. Jennifer Castle, local musician as well. She's going to be there. She's a phenomenal. I'm sure you've seen her around town or at different events. You probably heard her on CBC. She's also going to be our local musician who's going to be featured throughout the evening, which is absolutely fantastic.
Great. Well, I've got my tickets. If you don't have yours, get them soon. I understand there was a handful left. Right?
Yeah.
Well, wait, could it be like the Ukraine event? Oh, I didn't hear about it, and I didn't get tickets in time. Right. Brett Butt, the best businesses in this community, a great singer.
Yeah.
I think you want to be there. I think you want to get the tickets now. So
yeah. And like the thing is, like, you're not going to get the chance to see him live very often. And this is a chance where, like, he's here in our town, and you can just pop over to the St. Anne Center and get this experience for, pennies on the dollar for what you would pay to go anywhere else to see him.
Right. Well, perfect. Somebody's asked us a question. Are we having St. Anne's Festival and Iron Horse Festival this year? As I said, I just spent about an hour and a half this afternoon at Special Events Committee. Neither of those were part of it yet, but they're later on into the summer. The St. Anne's Festival for sure. I would think there's no doubt that group will put their festival together for late summer and fall. Iron Horse Festival is now the St. Thomas Arts and Music Festival, and it will be. I was just talking to Paul Corvo about it at Rail City Brewing, and it will be at Pinafore Park. I think it's an August weekend for that. It's a weekend of arts and music. Sounds like Woodstock, but it's a weekend of arts and music at Pinafore Park, and what a better place to hold our events. There is none. So it's great. So it will not be downtown, but it will be in the park. We will also be having the Kinsmen were talking to me today about planning Canada Day in the park, and we'd like to make it different, more special. And so we will be having Canada Day in the park. Stay tuned. Want to volunteer and help? Talk to the Kinsmen. They're the best people to talk to on that one. They handle the fireworks part and most of the other setup. So we'll talk more at every mayor's update between now and summer about what our summer will look like in St. Thomas. I'll tell you, the mayor's been to 3 events this week. With the Ukrainian event, the Business After 5 tonight, and of course, speaking to the St. Thomas executive group. I've got to learn to trim some other stuff out of my schedule so I can go back to having fun at events. It's wait, I'm rushing here. This isn't good. Right?
Yeah.
So please join us. Join this community whenever you hear of an event. Get out there at it. We've got. It's good for us to spend time as a community. Certainly.
Yeah, and one of the things, like we've talked about it before, is having like a band play on the top of the transit building.
Well, we've been trying to work on all of these things. Well, you remember last year we did the cars downtown. I want to call it
Nostalgia Nights.
Nostalgia Night. Mm-hmm. It was as packed as it could be, right? And that would be another thing to add to a downtown festival. Let's work on all the ways we can make all of the downtown festivals. It is going to be. Somebody said it's going to be busy in July with the car show. Absolutely, we've got Nostalgia Nights and the Optimist and their Father's Day, their father's car show in the park is another one. There was a couple of walkathons. There's a number of things that we said yes to today.
Rail City Races, has that come in yet?
Yes, it came forward. We said yes to that. There was another bike-a-thon or bike retro bikes, and they've decided this was a great attempt. We did a great job. Let's put it off till next year and do it really right rather than rushing this springs. But great to have them on board and really working hard at it. Just so many things happening. We'll try and at every mayor's update tell you what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Because if you're like me, if we tell you a month in advance, I'll forget it. So the library's doing some fantastic. There's just some great things out there. And again, I cannot say thank you enough to Petrusia and what she did last night for the Ukrainian event. And I know there was other people involved in helping her.
The Home Builders Association was partnered as well.
Yeah. And Seed Convections, and as already mentioned, the Kinsman. But Petrucci, I know I messaged you and said thank you. I'm saying it live on Mayor's Update. That's the type of community support the community needs. Not possible. So you went ahead and did it. Way to go. It was a sold out event with some of the best characters you can ever see in town. And somebody else is saying, yes, Petrucia is amazing. The mayor owes you. That's a good side to be on, right? Way to go. It couldn't have been better. And so many people helped. So thank you. I know that the home builders did a great job last night, kind of fronting it and doing it too. Way to go. How many times can I thank our home builders for what they do in this community?
Yeah.
Right? Specifically the Doug Terry group too. It's not just them, all home builders, but boy, just about every great event in our community right now has kind of a Doug Terry tag to it. Thank you, Doug. Doug and I had lunch together a week or so ago, and all he did was say thank you a lot. Well, look, when you're the mayor of a community and you've got corporations that are doing this good, making the place look good, you better say thank you. I want you to grow and I want you to be successful, right? Yeah. I can't fault homeowners selling homes. Well, way to go. I'll let you do that in our community. You keep giving back. That's fantastic. Do it. Right? What else have we got on our question board tonight? Joe's been talking way too much.
Not a huge amount of questions coming in.
No, it's great. Maybe we're doing okay.
I think we're doing pretty well. We've answered a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a very special summer for us. We're moving forward out of COVID and doing a lot of things. So please share your ideas with us. But I'm really looking from those that are watching tonight, and as you share this through the week, for the others that will watch it, we've got to come out of winter twice on community cleanup. Our own community works department and summer students did a really good job of helping clean up and keeping our downtown clean that last year. But there's a lot of our ravines and backyards and parks in our community that need your help. Put a team together, message into my office and let it. We'll collect the information of where you're cleaning up and where the red bags are for us to pick up the trash. But please, this is going to be pretty critical over the next 3 months, going through spring into summer.
All right.
Yeah. See, I stopped just like that. See?
I know. I was like, what?
No, wait.
All right.
I said, let's see if Graydon says anything.
Not too much to say other than I'm so excited to see where the city goes and how it grows over the next year, because I feel like we're coming out of this time period now, and it's good. It feels good. The event today felt great.
Some of us just kind of have to get out of the way and let it go, and others will record it as you are with the Impact Awards, right? Will the patios be set up downtown? Yes. My understanding is the same locations that had patios last year. We're talking into having them again this year. There might even be one more. And it's more of a private entity. So let's do it.
Yep, totally. All right. I think we're done.
We're done. It's been a very busy day, and I thank you all for waiting for Mayor's Update, because I know Graydon's been out filming and I've been out.
Oh my goodness,
smoozing. I talk professionally, so please don't try this at home. But it is really incredibly good to be out there talking to friends this week. It really is, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on patios and out in our community and being safe, right? but doing the things that a community needs to have. We are growing well, and we're addressing the concerns of our city, and we will continue to do so. So we'll talk to you next week, and please save up your questions. This is getting too easy, Gray. I don't get many hard questions anymore. And even
one of these days,
even through the week, please put your questions on this mayor's update, and we will answer them on next week's mayor's update, or before if we can.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks again to everyone for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors. Mayor Joe, thanks for joining us and providing your wisdom every week. And we'll see you all next week.
See you then.